Good morning, YouTube. Well, I say morning because it's 2:28 a.m. and this is my first time recording and possibly uploading a video. Now, before I start, I'd like to say that this video um, is important, and if you choose to comment, please do not leave any negative comments, and I ask that respectfully. This is just for feedback and comment on the issue I'm about to discuss. Okay, now, as I was laying in bed, I was thinking and just puzzled um, that I couldn't sleep. Although, I mean, usually I can't sleep, but that's another story. Um, the real problem is I've been thinking a lot about uh, child poverty, education rights, and um, childcare issues. Reason for this is I watched the news a couple of days ago, and they were talking about eliminating or possibly cutting childcare. And I mean, although Canada is a great country and there are a lot of opportunities, and then there are, you know, to excel as a person and as a citizen, there are also downfalls because while they put money into everything, and you know, it seems like that childcare and child education is on the back burner. I mean, they say that they're trying to do better, but I don't think trying is good enough. I think doing it right now is a stand that they should take because our children are our future. And if the government can take a stand in doing something about it right now, when are they going to do? When are they going to start? They can raise TTC fares. I mean, they can raise their taxes. They can hike up the gas prices. They can do all these things, but they can't make an effort to have quality childcare. It's sad to me that as a community worker in training, I'm a student and I'm doing community worker. And I want so much to help my community and help the less fortunate within my community because I myself, I'm struggling as a citizen of this country. I'm not a born citizen. I am struggling to survive. As a parent, I'm struggling to make a good life for myself so that I can make a better life for my child. And it's sad to me that the government would put childcare on the back burner, child education on the back burner. If you're talking about, oh, our children are the future, then why don't we invest in our children? Why don't we create better education systems for our children? Why don't we invest in early education for our children? Why don't we invest in quality and sufficient childcare for our children? Parents has it hard enough as it is to go to work, pay their bills, paying all these high taxes, having to survive, and having to pay childcare. And if they're paying childcare, it's expensive if you're expensive to be paying childcare out of your pocket. It's hard to get subsidized childcare. It's hard. You have parents on waiting list for years. And I'm not talking about 1, 2 years. I'm talking about 7 years. Sometimes somebody's on a waiting list just to get subsidized childcare so that that can help them pay for childcare and have a sufficient life. How can somebody live a quality life if they have to be worried about paying their bills, their rent, or their mortgages, car payments, insurance, food? And then on top of that, childcare is so expensive because there's not enough money being put in by the government to secure that there is quality and sufficient childcare for everyone that needs it. And I find it appalling. I am so upset I was so upset when I saw that on the news. So upset because I'm thinking, well, they're not doing it enough now. How are they going to afford to cut childcare? What are parents going to do with their children? That's going to be an increase in, actually not a decrease, an increase in parents having to maybe take on part-time jobs rather than having a full-time job because maybe they won't be able to pay for childcare. So they might have to stay home, take care of their child, and work part-time. And what does a part-time income what can that do? A part-time income cannot pay your rent. Cost of living is very high. Okay? Food is expensive. Clothes for your children, diapers. If you need to buy formula, it's expensive. So how are they thinking? How do they possibly think cutting childcare can help? It's not helping. And I'm disgusted with the damn government that they do not put enough money into childcare, into our children. If they want our children to be our future, then they need to put out. It's either they put out or shut up. Because all the government does is talk, 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 and nobody does anything. Actions speak louder than words. And they need to start acting and stop talking. I am sick and tired of this. So sick. Very sick and tired of it. And I mean, if anyone would like to comment or share their views on how they feel about this, please feel free to do so. As I said, this is my first video. You know, I might not be looking in the camera properly or whatever the case is, but this is just for comments only. Please, just your positive feedbacks and just your feelings and how or what you feel about what the government is trying to do with this childcare issue and the fact that they haven't really done it much for our children are made the what's the word I'm looking for? Made the effort to do or go above and beyond for our children. This might be broadcast throughout, you know, the whole world, but I'd like to get your feedbacks basically on that issue, and to the Canadians also, because it does affect. I mean, I'm talking to the Canadians mostly because it affects us Canadians and us Torontonians and Ontarians, right? So please do give your feedback. Greatly appreciated. As I said, this is my first video, so peace.